Sunshine days and skies of blue.
Okay, we're gonna do the legs. The legs are really tiny. It's gonna be hard to see, and it's actually gonna be kind of hard to do, just because they're tiny. You'll get fluid. We'll get fluid.
Your camera person will work.
What?
Your camera person will try and get it to work.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna start with one leg. I don't know if this is left or right. We'll find out whatever side the seam comes out on. I don't need to list that right now. And you need to fold down all the little white tabs. Not fold them in, yes, down. You can fold them in a little, but then poke them back out. It's probably hard to see with the white back. So I'm gonna... And my hands are like... pretty big. I mean, it's hard to... like... how can I not get in the way of doing what I'm doing? Place it as a way. I just don't know it. Anyway. And then this one. Tab is... This big tab is gonna be... I'm gonna pinch with my nail. I'm cheating! I'm sorry if you don't have nails. Oh, it might look really crappy because I did dishes a couple hours ago and they always look really see-through after that. So, eat, sleep, and bathe is the rules of the con.
Yes.
They used to run little videos for that at cons, didn't they?
Yeah.
Back in my day. Story. And then this is a tab for the foot. This will be, as you can see, Sue is that color. We're making that. That will be the tab for his foot. I don't have to bend them down at all right now. It's not a structural tab. It's a cover-up color. I mean, it does support some structure, but you could fold it in if you want, but I just think it would get in the way at the moment. Now I'm going to roll it with no glue. So this end meets that end, because that's what you're going to do first. These other little arrow tabs, these triangle-like tabs, they're to attach to the body when it dries. But we're not going to do that right now because we have to make it first. Alright, so roll it there, hold it for a couple minutes, maybe roll a bit in your hand, but so it has like some of that structure already. So when you put the glue on it, you're not fighting with it and then getting glue on your hands. See? It just kind of holds it there, and that's a bit better. And we have fans going here, you can see it moves a little. In thunderstorms, I don't know if you can hear that. I can, it helps me. Maybe I won't be so nervous as I go along. Tiny bit of glue. I don't have to say tiny bit of glue every freaking time, do I? Oh, and then you gotta hold this because, it's, or at least I gotta hold it, it's slipping. You may have an easier time when you do this. You don't have to pick Sealand either. The basic tips on how the arms, the head, and the body, how Plimus gets off my hand. Oh no! The leg flew away because I leaned out. Don't worry, we'll get that in a second. Flying stuff. Yeah, don't have a powerful fan. All these basic structures work on a lot of the Hetalia ones. And yes, knowing how to do this one will help on some of the patterns I've made, because I really like the Hetalia form. I like the body and the legs more than the other person I based off those patterns. So yes, you know, a couple things knowing how to do it leads to a lot of different ones. And since all the Hetalia Plimus is the same, you can use this for that. And I'll cover more shapes as we go along, besides yes, Sealand, if I go along. You know, this may never hit air. Okay, it hasn't been that long. This has kind of dried already. We're going to flip it upside down, so this is the bottom of the Sue, looking at you. This tab, this little arrow tab, goes down, and then we just bass that down a little. And then fold it back up. And then a teeny bit of glue, because you don't need much, and there's not a lot of place to put it. There we go. You can see that? That little bead?
Yep.
Okay. And then you, whoop, come on, get down. I just don't want to spill over too much, because this is a dark soon, you'll see it. But that's okay, because a lot of this is going to wind up in the back. You put it down, and then you kind of stroke it. Yes, because I like to get air in there. It goes back up. You stroke it down, it gets more air. It does its thing. Things dry, good things happen. You may not see this at all if I put a base on it, but that's a different thing. And we'll let that dry. And then I'm going to do the second foot the exact same way. Opposite, you know, like right is left is right. Off screen, because that would be boring. So, just set that down.